Hello my dear friends, it's Yuri Tsvetkov and you are on the channel All Over the Golf. Please subscribe and hit the bell to be informed about my new videos. This is the second video about such a subject as the accuracy and proximity to the hole. In the previous video you will have a link in the description of this one. I have talked about the proximity in approaching to the green, and this highly important subject, and currently I want to talk about the proximity around the green, the proximity which is relative with such a subject within such measure of the golf statistics as the scrambling. In my opinion, the scrambling is highly important measurement, and I have made some videos in which I have talked about the golf statistic. You can find it in the playlist which is called Golf Statistics on my channel, and I have studied relationships between the such measures as the greens and regulation and the scrambling, and I have found that maybe a compounded figure of the gears multiplied for scrambling is very good, and maybe the best description of the average scoring and even the position of the golfers in the money list during the golf season. This connection, this is a highly important subject, and certainly the results of the successful scrambling, the percentage of scrambling, it depends mostly from the such result as the proximity to the hole from the around the green, exactly from the scrambling. And in this connection, I'm analyzing the statistics of the previous season because it's much more full, and we can find that the best player in the last season in the proximity to the hole around the green was Byung-Hun N, and his average result was 6 foot and 4 inches. 6 foot and 4 inches is inside 2 meters, and it's approximately also inside 2 yards. And this connection, it's understandable that to make the one putt from the 2 yards at average is much more useful than to make it from the much more higher distances. In this video for us, it's also very highly important to understand what is the relative results of the golfers who are not only the best, because the statistic is statistics, and we are oftenly concentrating on the results only the best players, but it's also very important to understand who are those professional players who are playing in the tour, and this connection, what is the worst level of the golf is necessary to play in the tour. And this, so we can see that the 10th result, which some players were shown, 10th results were not so statistically, importantly different from the result of the leader. It was 6 feet and 8 inches. So the difference with the first player was only 4 inches. It's not so huge to have a good serious serious influence for the total result in the scrambling and the one putt in the saving of the par. So the fifth position, 7 points, 7 feet and 3 inches. So it's also not so big difference. In this connection, we can say that the proximity to hole for the playing around the green is not so highly different for the first 50 players, and it's called and described the distribution of the results among those players inside this, that this group of people, group of players. And we can find that for the last players in this list, in this measurement, is 4 feet 10 inches and even 9 feet and 3 inches. It seems that it's also not so highly different, but it is reasonable to say that we need to analyze additionally the putting statistic to be sure that how influensive is this difference between the best player and the worst player in just maybe 2 feet, 2.5 feet, something like that. And I need to say that I will make this video and send it for the putting, but I need to say that it's quite a big difference. It seems that distances are not so big, but on such distances from 5 to 10 feet, we have the non-linearity of the decreasing of probability of first putt. So it's a kindly interesting subject also for the amateur players, because you see that if we are amateur players, we have not so kind proximity to the hole as the professional golfers, and in this connection we need to concentrate on the training exactly such as proximity and the putting also. But if the players with the proximity of, let's say, that 8 feet need to play more putts close to this distance, we will need to play more from the longer distances, which will be relative to our proximity. Let's say that if average proximity will be 50 foot, we need to train in our putting exactly from the longer distances. So this is the idea exactly for the training and for improving results for us, for the amateur players. I think that most of us are amateur players. Thank you very much for your attention. I'm trying to make my videos shorter than I did before in this subject. In this connection, they are divided for the small portions, and they are relative with just one measure, one of the in the golf statistics. Thank you very much. Have a good golf. Have a good day. Have a perfect proximity, and have a amazing scrambling. And I'm sure that your results will be much more higher than they are currently, and your relative performance will be amazing and happy and very kind for you. Have a good day. See you on my channel, Yuri Tsvetkov.